Which Pakistani bowler do you find dangerous in this World Cup despite the unusual pitches?
Well, I think Shaheen up front is the guy. You need to get wickets, and that's where he's different to a good few guys. Let's go around. Rabada is, I don't think he's quite up there with the ball. He's doing a good job at the moment. But wickets are gold, and if you strike up front, generally sides that are 3 down in the power play struggle to go on and win matches or post competitive scores.
Okay, Daryl, there is a chatter going on in Pakistan that we should rest Hassan Ali and we should look somewhere else because he hasn't been bowling well. So what do you think? Can we risk it? He's an experienced bowler. Yes, he went for plenty in a game, but does it really a call for him to be replaced?
Well, I'm a believer in this format, Amir, that form's important to me. I don't really know how experience comes into it. Maybe in these conditions, yes, it's a bigger factor. But if someone's really struggling, I don't think he should be playing. Get somebody else in. Perhaps his confidence is good. He's feeling good, and that's a call a coach and captain make. They are at practice. They're in constant communication. They're there to assess it. But I think you can't carry someone who's battling. You really can't. If it's a Shaheen Afridi and you've seen him turn it around, and you know what he's capable of, then that's likely, you're going to back your guy. You can offer something. But somebody that's generally straight up and down, and he's not doing the job, I would look, if you've got the depth, which you should have, in your World Cup squad, I wouldn't be playing a guy that's battling. If he's genuinely battling to find his length, I wouldn't be playing him.
Okay, you remember Mohammad Wasim Jr., who featured in that Kashmir Premier League, and he was phenomenal with the bat and ball. So do you think he should be given a chance? And he has it in him?
Amir, I would play him. I would definitely play him. And I would definitely play him. Yeah, he's a good ball striker. He's brilliant in the field. If anything, maybe he may, under a bit of pressure in the dead side of things, may battle a bit. But I don't think there are too many guys who hit the ball as far and well as he does. He's as good as playing as a guy at Millie down the order. I was very pleased when he made the squad, but I thought, well, let's give this guy a game. I would play him ahead of Hassan Ali. If he's running well, if he's looking good and he's confident, the coach must make the call. You can't keep carrying the guy up.
Do you expect any changes of batting order of Pakistan?
Would I do anything different?
He asked you, do you see any changes in the batting order in the next few games as far as Pakistan batting lineup is concerned?
No, I don't. I think, the form that the guys have shown up front, the only question is, how much batting time have guys got? But no, I wouldn't be tinkering there. I think just when the opportunity presents itself, and I think if you've got some big ball strikers down the bottom, I mean, that's where I would call for a guy like Wasim Junior there as well. So no, I don't see any panic or any situation there. I think you're going to have good days, you're going to have bad days. This tournament, South Africa have been supported with the ball very well. And I think it's just not a baseball match. This post 200 odd plus and go for as little as possible. You're going to scramble some days with the bat. You're going to scramble some days with the ball. But ultimately, for me in this format, it comes down to the ball. I pick 5 bowlers and I pick the rest of my team every game. They are going to win the team this World Cup, is your bowling lineup. I've been a believer of that from day one, particularly in these circumstances. You can scramble with the bat, get something highly competitive. It's going to ultimately, and I think Pakistan is strong with the ball. They've got options. And they've got wicket takers. And that's important.
Okay, Daryl, I want to ask you, if you were the coach of Pakistani team, and Shadab not picking up the wicket as opposed to other leg spinners in this T20 World Cup, is it a concern?
Well, he's got to be looking to perhaps turn the ball or be more consistent. Maybe he's got to be given the liberty to take wickets. I think that's the critical part. How you do that, perhaps you've got to bowl tight the wicket to wicket. So yes, if he's battling, guys are going to target him. So there's still going to be, he's going to be under a lot of pressure.
Daryl, what would you say about the performance of Haris Rauf in this World Cup?
So I didn't get that. It's a bit too quick for me.
What would you say about the performance of Haris Rauf in this World Cup?
Haris?
Haris Rauf.
the fast bowler.
Sorry, I mean, I didn't get that name.
He's asking you about Haris Rauf, the guy who's been picking up wickets for Pakistan. He was man of the match in that important game against New Zealand, picked up 4 wickets.
Yes. Yes. Well, he did, there again, his wickets was an excellent economy rate. And, the exposure, the experience, getting in there. I mean, Pakistan are playing with an enthusiasm. Obviously, they've got a massive point to prove. And we know, I mean, having played against you guys for so many years, watched, when Pakistan have got their tail up and they're confident. And I think he was just another great example of that ability and, to hit those lengths, change the pace, and take batsmen by surprise. And if you've got wicket takers, if you can turn to 3, 4, 5 wicket takers potentially, I mean, you're blessed as a captain or as a team or as a coach that you've got those opportunities.
Okay, Daryl, I'm going to put you on a spot. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Who are your 4 teams for the semi-finals?
Pick the 14.
Yeah, for the semi-finals.
Okay. I'm going to go with Pakistan.
No, you can't go with Pakistan. They are the sure shot there. I'm just kidding. Go on.
Now, the 4 for the semi-final, I think you've got to give England. But I tell you, I don't know, England, it always worries when you start off so well and you're playing so well. In this format, we know that anything can happen. But you've got to, on present form and the depth of their squad, I have to go with England. I'll go for Pakistan for sentiment reasons, but also they're explosive. They've got some real explosive figures in. I think this format, that's really needed. I think South Africa, I'm going to stick my neck out and think we're going to find a way. I think we're going to end up finding a way. And then Australia, I don't think Australia have got that depth. I think that, you're talking about unpredictability. I think they're far too predictable. And I don't think they really offer much variance. There's nothing there that's going to catch any side others. Gosh, what happened here? So New Zealand, the batting bothers me a little bit. The bowling's pretty useful. But I think being smart cricketers, I'd have to look to New Zealand. I don't think India to me are too flat. There's something, either they're too confident or they're just tired. And I've got a feeling I think they're quite tired and they're not up for it. So those would be, I can't see any surprises, the likes of perhaps Afghanistan coming through or someone like that. The West Indies, anyone's guess there. Anyone's guess. They're so unpredictable at the moment. But I'll go for New Zealand, Pakistan, England, and I'm going to put South Africa in there.